Hey folks, welcome to Bring Your Own Lawn Chair. This is JP. Today we have a very special guest. He helps fund the liver transplant of a man named Ian. He has been featured on the King and the Sting podcast, which is a podcast I love. He lost more than, 200 pounds, and that's more than most 22-year-olds. And he's just a legend. He's a good guy, and he has a lot of motivational quotes that I think you'll find very intriguing. So, without further ado, give it up for George Harris.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's sweet.
Awesome.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going well, living the fucking life.
Yeah? Dude, I bet that's awesome. I try to make a few questions and stuff, but yeah, so let me see where I can start off here. Let's see. Dude, it feels like I'm talking to a celebrity right now. You know what I mean?
I don't see it like that. I feel like a fan like anyone else that just so happened to get a little bit of eye on me,
Yeah, exactly. No, but I've been interviewing people for the radio station I work at here. And it's like, it's weird because when you meet somebody in person, you're just like, oh, they're just another human.
Yeah.
It's wild. But where are you at right now?
I'm a little south of Chicago, so
Yeah?
yeah. It's a little place called Kankakee.
Kankakee.
Yeah. Not too exciting, but it's close enough to the big city.
Nice. I'm like a little bit near Omaha, Nebraska, I guess. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Got some cornfields out there.
You know it. That's what we on. We love our corn here. Is that where you grew up?
Yep. I grew up in the same town my whole life.
Yeah, heck yeah. Same thing over here, But I guess did you like go to college there or?
Instead of going to college, I decided to start working. So like my dad's disabled, so I take care of my dad for the state of Illinois.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
I know you have like a GoFundMe on your Instagram for a guy with a liver transplant.
Yeah, that is that guy's sister is Jenna Sunday, and she was one of the producers on the Bad Friends podcast with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Okay.
And before I sent a video into King and the Sting, I sent videos into Bad Friends with about the same message, the same story, not the same inspiration because Brendan was my big inspiration. But I sent a video to them because my friend bought me a Bad Friends shirt for Christmas, and he had to get it like a black market one because I was so large, they didn't have my sizes. So I sent it to them with my little story, like, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm sorry for the fake t-shirt, but it's motivation, blah, blah, blah. And they were the first person to put a couple clips of me up.
That is
and
sweet.
That was all because of Jenna.
Yeah. That's awesome. And you're doing it for a good cause, which is, like at least you're posting it out there, helping somebody out. I like that.
I'm trying to, I picked up like 1,000 followers in a day. Like I went from like 600 to 1,600. So I was like, I might as well try to say something to these people,
Yeah, you got a platform to do it. At least like 1,000 followers in one day. That's a platform to me,
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Dang. Well, that's just wild. Do you like have any of your own podcasts? Or are you trying to do podcasts of your own?
No, I've had a lot of different people, like at least personally in my life, as soon as they saw me on a major podcast platform, they were like, let's all start a podcast together.
I bet.
But like, I mean, like, there needs to be at least a little bit of a premise. Like, you can't just be a bunch of buddies sitting around saying bullshit. Like, you can, but that only gets you so far.
All right. So this is actually I have my own podcast going. And it's kind of just been me. The first few episodes, I linked up with this guy from Uganda.
Okay.
And we got a GoFundMe going for him. And the country there just doesn't really care about him. Like, they're like completely independent there. So we've
Yeah.
raised like $120 for him.
Well,
So I
that's
mean,
super awesome.
yeah, and at first I thought it was like a scam because you got a guy from Africa hitting you up for money. Sounds pretty scammy.
A
But
secret prince.
yeah, we FaceTimed, we've called each other, and I've talked to the kids. Like, he basically runs an orphanage, and it's just a
Oh,
bunch of hungry people. Yeah. So it's crazy. I think I'm doing good things for them, and that's where I'm at with this podcast. We're on, like, this would be episode 11.
okay. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send me that link when you're done and I can post it on my story too.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, boss.
Oh, always.
But a little bit more about you. George Harris, Uncle George. Why Uncle George?
I got 9 nieces and nephews. So
Okay.
yeah, I became an uncle when I was 3. So literally ever since I can remember, people have been calling me Uncle George.
Yeah.
And as I got older, like with all my friends, they thought it was more funny to be like, "What's up, Uncle G? What's up, Uncle George?"
Yeah.
So then it just kind of started fitting in more.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm not even an uncle yet, but my dad just got married yesterday, like I was telling you. So that's
Yeah, how
interesting.
was that?
Well, he was down in Tampa and I was just at work, and I knew he was going to get married, obviously. They've been planning it forever. But COVID kind of set him back. So they were just like, you know what? Instead of, like, this is the third schedule for their wedding. They're like, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're just going to get it over with. And then we got a reception tomorrow. So, but
Well,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. How was it even, like, meeting, those dudes? Like, I bet it was a little starstrucky at first.
At very first, it was because like I walked up to their studio, which in my brain, everything in LA is like big and fancy. I that
Yeah.
was the first time I ever left the Midwest. So I get there and it's like a really nice but like a big ass office building, and I'm like, whoa, what the is going on? I see all these I see like Brendan's nice ass car in the parking lot and shit. And I'm like, this is nuts. And I got to meet Nick. Nick's super awesome. I got to sit and talk with him. Chin came in, Christian, and then I had to hide in the back for like an hour. So then I was just alone for an hour in Chappelle Lacey's new podcast studio. So I had like an hour to try to get all my nerves and jitters out as best as I could.
Yeah. Dude, it's like waiting in the doctor's office for her to come back, or him say some
Yeah.
news. Dang.
It's crazy. It's literally like these are people that for 3-4 years I spend hours a week watching.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like and like Brendan, he's so kind, like because obviously, he's a millionaire. He has a lot of hard work that he did, that he got himself in a great place in life. And like I'm sitting there telling him about like I'm a little broke, but I bought these $250 shoes, and he's like, damn, for real. Like he's making me feel good about like little stuff that like he doesn't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just so cool. Like
They always seem like they're one of, like, just regular day people, but they got all that money. And I'm like, those are the rich people I respect, people that don't, like, I work as a server, and
mm-hmm.
one time I was washing my hands in the bathroom and there was this customer, and then he walked up, he was like, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and I'm like, what? And he's like, hey, can you open the door for me to leave the bathroom? And I'm like, I still got soap on my hands and shit. So I'm like, dude, get it yourself. You know what I mean? Some people are just, over the top with their money, but
Yeah. And like when I was talking to everyone behind the scenes, because obviously Brendan's busy, he can't spend a whole 24-hour Make-A-Wish day with me, but like
yeah.
they were just like, yeah, Brendan, since he met Brian Callen, this is everything that he's been about, is just being genuine and kind. It's like they all accredited it to Brian Callen, so that's really awesome. I didn't get to meet Brian, but hopefully when Brendan invited me back for his special taping in Dallas to come hang out again. So hopefully I get to meet more of the crew then too.
Yeah. Brendan took you somewhere, right?
Yeah, they after LA, they had me fly out to San Antonio because he was playing the Bud Light Court Center, which is right outside the Spurs arena. So I got to hang out backstage. I got to meet all the openers: Chappelle, David Lucas, Justin. I got to meet Brendan Schaub's big brother, Jay. Jay was so sweet. He was trying to shoot the me for like the whole time I'm there, like asking about every little thing. I don't know. It was just so awesome.
I bet those memories you will never forget too. That's wild to me.
And
But
another thing with it, like it's just the I don't know. I don't get to experience the world a lot, but the world just showed me so much kindness. There hasn't been a lot of like negativity that came from this. Maybe like one or two comments, but like for the most part, everything has been like so supportive and nice.
well, it's you get what you give, and like you're taking care of your dad, you're taking care of all your nieces and nephews. I'm a firm believer in like karma in a way. So, I think that you definitely deserved it, that's for sure. And speaking on that, like you being such a like cool dude, I don't know. I feel like my audience doesn't know you that well, but I'm a big fan. I know you lost a lot of weight. Like, do you want to like explain that to my people?
Okay, yeah. So the reason I got hooked up with all the podcast people is because my 21st birthday. So that was 2020, the last day of May 2020. I was 451 pounds. I've been 450 pounds since like 17, 16. Like, it's just, I've always been big. I was born big. My whole childhood, I was morbidly obese up until adulthood, just constantly morbidly obese. And I was, with Corona, I was inside, I was stuck. I was a little bit scared for the world because it was still the first couple months. Now we're veterans, but
Yeah.
yeah, at the beginning we were buying toilet paper and shit. It was crazy.
Yeah,
but
dude.
So I'm sitting there, and that's right when Brendan's co-host had some legal issues, so he wasn't on the show. So he had a guy named Mike Catherwood on, who's a big fitness guy, and they were talking about fitness so much that it literally just inspired me from sitting there to be like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try dieting. I'm gonna start with just dieting because it's hard to be mobile at 451 pounds. And I said, I'm gonna start by doing the bare minimum at least. So I cut my calories from 2,000 to 1,800, 1,800 to about 1,400. And then from there, I started cutting out all sugars and carbs and went to keto. And from there, from last May, it's October 21 now, I'm down 212 pounds.
That
So
is that is just wild.
yeah,
That's
I
so
went from
wild.
451 to right now I'm 240 on the dot. So
Wow.
yeah,
Your
I've
family must
lost.
be proud too.
Yeah, it like
Like that is
it's a
so sweet.
mix. It's a mix of like, I bet you can't believe you were like that, to like, I'm just so proud of you. Like every time they see me, it's just the same thing. And
Yeah.
like compliments are weird. I still feel like I'm not where I want to be. So like I don't know. I can't absorb the compliments probably like I should. Probably like self-image issues or whatever.
Yeah. I feel
But
like
like,
nobody's where they want to be. You know what I mean? There's always
yeah.
like, if you're climbing a ladder, there's always another step. You just keep going. Like once you get to, like a stepping stone, you just want to
Hmm.
keep on riding. And I respect
I,
that. But dude,
I
it's
feel like
seriously,
that's how it should be too.
yeah. Yeah. Until the day you die, you jump off the cliff, I guess is what it looks like. Yeah. But you just got to keep climbing that ladder. No, but that's seriously so cool of you. Like I don't know a single person around me that has dedicated their life to being that like fit, losing 200 pounds. Like this is mind blowing. And I bet it is for a lot of other people.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very low percentage of the world that has lost a whole entire John Jones weighing in for a title fight, you know?
Yeah.
And like, honestly, it's not incredibly difficult. It's mentally difficult. Mentally, super challenging. Physically, not that hard. Just eat a lot less food and try to start moving around.
Yeah.
Now, the hard part is, yeah, I can work out all day today. I can eat good today, but I got to wake up tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and do everything over and over and over and over again. So that is the hard part. When you realize that your biggest challenge is time, that's when you start stressing. But you also got to realize that you can't do time, you can't dictate that. You can't make it speed up, you can't slow it down. So you just got to be along for the ride.
Yeah, you can
So
only
as
be
long-
positive about time. If you're negative about time, time just gonna go. It's not gonna go in your favor. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
Yeah, like when I'm at work, I'll walk in and the first thing I'm doing is like, "It's gonna be a great day." I point at all my coworkers. I'm like, "You're gonna have a great day. You're gonna like Oprah giving gifts away." But yeah, and then time just flies by, and it's all about how you look at it. Like you said, it's all up here. That's 100%. Mental
Mhm.
mental capabilities come first, for sure, if you're gonna do anything. So
And like, it doesn't have to just be like something tremendous like losing 200 pounds. It can be wanting to get a little more active. It could be wanting to start a hobby. It could be going back to school, getting a job, anything. You just, as long as you're doing what you know you can do every single day, just do it for a long time. And after a while, it's not, can I do it? It's how much I can do it.
yeah. Yeah, I
Is
like that. That's like lifting a 5-pound dumbbell every day. It's like, how much
Mhm.
can I do? And then you're like, can I do more?
Yeah. Like when I first started working out, being over 300 pounds, I would literally work out 1 day a week. And I would do some boxing, I would do some cardio. That was my 1 day a week. Now I work out 6 days a week, and obviously everything has made improvements. You know, I'm not fucking Hercules. Brendan, he's deadlifting 600 pounds on his story promoting fucking, Colorado tour dates, but
Yeah,
I still try to go normal. I don't want to fuck myself up. I just want to try to
right.
get better.
Right. I've heard of so many people with injuries where like you just gotta take it one step at a time. Like the stepping stones, like what we were talking about.
Hmm.
I remember what was it, 2019? I was doing 100 push-ups a day. I did it for I think I did it for 3 months straight, maybe 3 months, like 100 days, 100 push-ups a day. And I just got so jacked. I need to get back in that state of mind. But I was living in Hawaii. I was a camp counselor. I was working
Hmm.
122 hours a day and or not 122 hours a week, 22 hours a day. And we had Saturdays off. Yeah, dude, it was wild to me. One of my friends was just working out there like, "Hey, you want to come out here?" I'm like, "I'm dedicating all year." Like my mental was, I'm going to Hawaii. I don't care what anybody else tells me. I'm getting there. The reason I'm home now is because of COVID, but
Yeah.
I was making $1 an hour out there, but my only motivation was like I got free housing, free food, and
A lot of canned spam.
yeah, yeah, just doing those push-ups every day, man. That got me like I had nothing else to do. I would read books to get away from the kids, sometimes distract my mind and stuff.
Hmm.
But and then I do push-ups, start working out, going to the gym to get away from the kids. There was like little things you could do to get away because when you're with kids for 22 hours a day for all week, is you got to go distract your mind.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do because you got all those nieces and nephews. Yeah,
Sometimes I'll be like, "Hey kids, we're watching UFC today. I don't know. If
right,
you want to
right,
watch these grown men fight, you can."
right. Oh, that's good. You're like, "Hey, we're listening to NPR today," and then they all leave. You're like, "All right, now we're
You
here."
kids like Tony Hinchcliffe? I bet you do. Let's watch some random shit.
Yeah. Or just put like Bob Ross on. They just sit there forever and be like, oh.
These kids today, they don't appreciate no Bob Ross. They like Coco Melon. They like
Yeah.
They like bullshit. I
Yeah,
had Bill
dude.
Nye. I had the Wiggles. All that kind
The
of shit.
Wiggles. What was that one guy? Blue's Clues, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. Man, what a wild time.
I swear.
Well, do you have anything you want to like tell the audience besides what we've talked about so far?
I would say the biggest thing, I kind of touched on it a bit, but like, if there's anything that you want to change, just take it a day at a time and do as much as you can. And if you keep doing it over and over, you're going to reach there eventually, you know? If you can only take one step a day, if you take one step a day for a year, you'll reach a mile, you know?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. No,
These are wise
and
words.
like, don't compare yourself to other people either. Like, I can look at my body and look at Dwayne Johnson and be upset. Or I can look at my body and look at my body from a month ago and be like, damn, look at that hunka, you know?
Yeah. I bet. Do you have a girlfriend at all?
No, I don't. I've been single for like 3 years now, just focusing on myself.
Yeah, good. Because I had a girlfriend like 3 years ago, and we dated for 3 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm 22 years old. You know, I'm not getting married till I'm 30 at least. But maybe I don't know. We'll see where things go. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
it is always good to focus on yourself because other people see that and they might be attracted to somebody that's focused on themselves. So,
Yeah,
you know.
like self-confidence is a huge attraction in ladies. And growing up 450 pounds, you don't get a lot of that. So
Yeah,
anywhere that I can start growing it, I'm taking it.
right. I feel like I was on the exact opposite of the spectrum. When I was younger, I was like the smallest kid in the grade. The doctors were worried about me, like, you know, just being me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like the twig, you know.
Hell
Like back in
yeah.
the day, if we were like standing next to each other in the same like photo, it'd be like we wouldn't even look the same age. You know, that's how
But
small
we
I
would
was.
have probably been best friends still.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we both got great heads on our shoulders. Or at least I know
Hell
you
yeah.
do. Yeah. Well, that's a good message. This is a really good message to share out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just life, man. I don't know.
Just
Everyone
life.
can do it.
Right? Yeah. It's like driving down a road. You know, you just got to make sure your car is put together right and
Yep.
trustworthy. And your body is that car. Could be any terrain. You got gravel, you got the interstate. You know, how's your car doing? That's the real question. And your car's your body. You just got to keep it flowing.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I don't really have anything else to ask you, but I really do appreciate you hopping on here. And
always.
this is an amazing experience. And maybe we'll do it again sometime, you know?
All right, awesome. Definitely just let me know.
Okay, cool.
All right, have
brother.
an awesome day, man.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Man, what a legend that man is. I love George. George says it best. You know, go do your thing. Be a good person. Strive to be the best possible person you can be. You know, every day's a new day. Every day's a new challenge. Wake up at sunrise if you want and go do your due diligence. Yeah, but go have a great day. Be an upstander. Don't be a bystander. Bystanders just watch. Upstanders actually act. You know, take care of people. Take care of yourself. And with that being said, everybody have a wonderful day. Peace.